there was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more, so when they needed us,
we could fight the battles that they never could.
And I'm Sarah Kate Bazan.
And I'm Alistair Stevens.
And I'm Vinton Bain.
And you guys, we're talking about the Avengers Infinity War trailer.
Are we excited about the Avengers Infinity War trailer?
Yes! How is that a question you can ask me? I need to be careful because we do have a live show right after this. I cannot. Okay, I'm going to go into, listen, I am excited, but I'm going to use my mellow NPR voice.
You are existing in that fragile liminal state between someone who was very sick for like a week and didn't have a voice to speak of and someone who was doing a live show in, let me check the clock, 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So this is a little extra Excelsior Minisode in which we're going to break down the Infinity War trailer and talk about it.
And we promise it won't be an hour long because we have a hard out this
We
evening.
really do have a hard out, yes. So guys, Infinity War, we're excited. We're into this.
Yeah.
Is this all that you could hope for?
I'm super duper excited for this movie. Can I tell you something right off the bat? I do think that Black Panther is going to be better than Infinity War objectively. However, I do think I'm going to enjoy Infinity War more because you know I love me an ensemble story.
I am now looking at Black Panther as a part of the MCU like Captain America Civil War, where it's basically another Avengers movie. We've got a lot of ground to cover between here and there if we're going to set up that movie.
I mean, how many of the Avengers are popping up in Black Panther? There's not that many,
I don't know
right?
yet, but I think there's a lot of backstory that we're going to
I think we'll just have them in like post-credit scenes showing some of that.
Sure, yeah. I don't
or maybe some setup in the movie, and then we leave that and just say, hey, that's there. It's in the pocket.
I wonder, we should say too that we're going to spoil the hell out of the Infinity War trailer. We have no other information.
How have you not seen it already, you guys?
Go watch it 25 times.
We're going to probably spoil that trailer and everything that has come up to this point. We're definitely going to spoil Ragnarok, talking about a couple of things.
Yes.
And yeah, if you haven't seen if there's any movie you haven't seen, we're going to talk about it.
Yes, we're definitely going to get up to date with the MCU. I am most confused or concerned or interested in, there's a really minor character in the MCU. His name is Bucky Barnes. Have you heard of him?
Who the hell is Bucky?
There you go. He shows up all over this Infinity War trailer.
He does.
Surprising quantities, actually. And I'm wondering if we're going to deal with him in Black Panther, because the last time we saw him, he wasn't in a good place.
He
wasn't a happy boy.
Like, we cryogenically froze him. Like, is Bucky good? Like, is he cool? Are we good?
He seems to be good. He seems to be cool. He seems to be
he said he
on the
didn't want
team.
to be woken up until he was better.
This is what I'm wondering.
Well, and I mean, like, Wakanda is super duper advanced, so maybe they really did have the technology to be able to remove like all of that brainwashing from him. I don't know.
No,
or
T'Challa takes him out of the cryogenic tank and just slaps him. Get your shit together, Bucky. That's all it takes. You can't tell me that if Chadwick Boseman slapped you across the face, it wouldn't fix all of your life problems.
It would.
Maybe it caused some other ones that you'd have to deal with.
I mean, are those problems? Or
Vin, can you give us a breakdown of what the hell we're dealing with here?
Yeah, so just very quickly, Thanos has been what we've been building to in the MCU for the 10 years that the MCU has now existed. 10 years, guys. Can you believe that?
Oh my gosh, when this movie comes out, it will have been 10 years of the MCU.
Yep.
My Lord.
Yeah. So this film here covers Thanos coming to Earth to complete his Infinity Stone collection as the whole MCU comes together to stop him.
You do have to catch them all.
Yes, you do. Avengers Infinity War is scheduled to be released in the United States, specifically May 4th, 2018. It's coming up, and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, this is why we're talking about Black Panther, of course, because Black Panther is going to, in terms of the broader MCU, which is now, I don't know, 35 movies long, but it's going to functionally work as an opening act for Avengers Infinity War, which is the heavy hitter. I am so excited about what Kevin Feige has been saying this week about the Avengers movies, what was originally the Infinity War two-parter, but is now going to be Infinity War and whatever the next one is called, that this is going to be an end to the first act of the MCU. I'm so excited for
some
that.
kind of game changer.
Yeah.
I should mention very quickly that this film is going to be inspired by the Marvel comic storylines, The Infinity Gauntlet, where Thanos forms the Infinity Gauntlet and becomes all-powerful. The Thanos Imperative, where the Guardians of the Galaxy take on Thanos, and Infinity, which had the Avengers and the Inhumans team up to battle Thanos. The storyline this is named after Infinity War, probably won't actually have much influence on this story.
Nope, probably not. It's going to be the Infinity Gauntlet primarily, I would imagine. We should probably read that before this movie comes out, right? We should definitely do an episode on the Infinity
Gauntlet. I want to go in totally blank. I want to know nothing.
We know how you hate and abhor spoilers.
One cool bit of news that we got this week is that after debuting Wednesday morning, the Infinity War trailer earned 230 million views in its first day, breaking the previous record of most views in a day for a trailer, which was previously held by It with 197 million. So it beat it by quite a bit.
By a significant margin. And can I just say, thank you, Marvel. For a short period, you fixed Twitter.
You
for
did.
like a few hours
For
there.
a couple of hours.
Twitter was wonderful. It was a very exciting and happy place to be again. Didn't last, of course, because Marvel,
naturally.
you are not omnipotent like Thanos, but still, it was a really good morning. I had my coffee. I watched the trailer. I am not kidding you guys 20 times.
The Infinity War trailer is actually what
again.
cured me of my illness.
For a little while.
For a little bit, yes.
It does that. So let's just run straight through here.
Let's
I
do
have
it.
a bit of a breakdown written down, so we're just going to go piece by piece in order here.
I was making GIFs out of the trailer that
Yes.
morning. If you head on over to twitter.com/paperbullets, you can find the link to the Google
Yeah.
Drive folder where I have a bunch of GIFs stored there. I'll probably make some more. But I could basically GIF every shot in this thing because
Oh, it's so good.
such a beautiful trailer. Okay.
Now, the Russos are in charge of this one, right? Or are they not? Who is directing this film?
It's the Russos and Marcus and McFeely.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Our guys.
it's our A team.
It's
for
our
this
A
movie,
team.
yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. So the opening shot of the trailer here is Tony Stark looking very sad. Did someone die? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Maybe.
a heartbreaking moment that we'll
Someone
return
is
to later.
gonna die
I
in this
guess
film,
our
right?
opening
Or
shot.
do we want to talk about that yet?
Well,
We'll
let's.
get there.
That's
I have a
speculation.
theory, but I want
Yes.
to leave it a little bit
Got a
further.
theory. Could be demons.
So our opening shot is this space shot of the planet, which is just gorgeous, and we get Nick Fury in voiceover,
Right,
which I
yeah.
just adore. But you're right, yeah, the first real shot of substance.
Yeah.
Tony looking heartbroken. You guys, I love Robert Downey Jr. in this role.
He's like clutching a blankie or something.
He's clutching something.
He's clutching a burnt, broken hand, which is
What?
could be his or could be someone else's.
Whoa!
Not like a severed hand, but I think he's like has his hand tucked up into his other hand,
Wow!
and it's all black looking. I need to watch it again and look a little bit closer.
Oh,
in that, but
Tony.
yes.
Oh, I'm so worried about
I
Tony.
assumed it was his hand, but then I watched something else, and they were like, it could be someone else's hand, and I was like, oh no, but I didn't go back to.
Okay,
look
let's
closer.
go through the run through before we do any of this speculation stuff. Yeah,
We should
gotta
also
get to
say
this.
too that the Marvel trailers, while slightly better than the DC trailers in this regard, I think have been playing a little fast and loose with the truth. We
Yes.
talked about this with regard to Thor Ragnarok, where there are
Yes.
things in the trailer that specifically
Yeah.
do not happen in the film.
That also happened in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
There's a scene from Age of Ultron where in the trailer they showed it and it had the heroes, but in the actual film, Vision and both Wanda and Quicksilver were actually in that shot. They
Yes.
just weren't in the trailer version.
Yeah.
So they like to hide the truth or put things in there that they haven't actually finished the graphics on, so they haven't actually placed things that will be there later.
There is a color filter applied to these shots of Tony, this opening shot and the shot that we get later, which did remind me a little bit of Wanda's nightmare visions that we've seen before.
Yes.
So this may not even be real.
Yeah.
But it is
I think
enormously
it is.
powerful. I suspect it is too, yes.
I think this is the coming true of the Vision.
Yes.
But the next scene that we have is Bruce Banner having been knocked into Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yes.
This looks like a scene lifted straight from the comics here, from the Infinity Gauntlet comics, with Banner replacing Silver Surfer, who had crashed in the Sanctorum, to warn Strange of Thanos' coming. Banner was worried that he'd be stuck as the Hulk, as we remember, and Ragnarok, and I think perhaps Thanos beat it out of him.
I suspect that may be
Oh,
what
wow.
we're about to see. I wonder if my read of this is that the Hulk fell from orbit
Yeah.
and smashed into New York.
Oh my goodness.
And it's only when he landed that he turned back into Banner. I was wondering if we were getting a little bait and switch here because we get the shot of Stephen Strange and Wong looking down aghast, and there's Bruce like in the wreckage.
Yeah.
But then we see later in the shot of the staircase in the Sanctum Sanctorum that it's the same hole. So
Yes.
it's definitely that's where we are. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely so. And it looks like we cut straight from that to Vision in a human form, still with Wanda. Thank you.
Good looking Vision right there.
Good looking Vision.
I-
Good looking
Just
Wanda.
evolving the sweater vest to become a human sweater vest.
Yes.
I don't like that phraseology.
Like, I'm so interested to see like how they end up together like in this moment, because the last we saw them, Vision was still in the Avengers bunker, and Wanda, of course, was like in a shock collar and a straitjacket in the
Yeah.
raft. And Cap had to go in and save her. So I mean, I don't know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see my girl again. Like, I am so thrilled. You guys have no idea how freaking stoked I am for more Scarlet Witch.
When we get the Cap reveal later in the trailer and we
Yes.
get the response shot from Wanda,
Two totally different scenes.
That's not the same scene.
It's not the same scene.
I wonder if
She
that's
is
the scene
someplace
where
else.
she sees Vision for the first time.
Oh, probably
Because
so.
if we are going to deal with the legacy of the MCU at this point, it's going to take us some time to free up these characters
Yes.
and get them where they need to be.
Yes.
Yeah. This does raise a question, though: is can Vision now turn into this human-looking form? Is this a disguise since Team Cap is in hiding? Perhaps he's
his
going to
mind
use his
gem still apparently is able to be seen, like on his
Yeah.
forehead.
possibly, but it looks a little different, which
Yeah.
also raises the question: is it still there, or is that just like residue? Is that some other kind gem that's keeping him alive. We don't know. Perhaps he's going to use his Victor Shade human disguise that he does in the comics.
Victor Shade?
That's his human name that he goes by when he wants to be in this human disguise.
Wow.
He's just got a little Nightcrawler image inducer. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we don't know. We don't know. Next, we have Banner shown next to a Hulkbuster armor arm, and quite possibly a spoiler for the film here, but a Lego set description was released saying that the set would have Bruce Banner figure inside of a Hulkbuster.
Yes, the spoiler has been everywhere, which is why I think we don't feel bad at all releasing it. If
And
you've
I think
been
merchandising is just going to keep pushing that. I think it's going to be common knowledge before the
If
movie
you are
comes out.
listening to a podcast about the trailer, then you have definitely seen this somewhere online by now, I'm sure. The Hulk in the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, so
Well, okay, hang on. Is
preposterous.
it the Hulk in the Hulkbuster or is it Bruce in the Hulkbuster?
Bruce,
because I think
excuse me,
Thanos
yes,
beat it out of him,
yes.
and he can't turn back into the Hulk.
It could be.
so Tony gives
Oh
him the
my
armor,
goodness.
so he can
Okay,
join the
no,
fight.
that makes sense.
Well,
All
and
right.
we've done some really interesting stuff in the comics over the years with, obviously, the Hulk transforms when he is angry, and hey, you know, that's his secret. But there are stories in which Bruce, when he is afraid, cannot turn into the Hulk. So I wonder if we're going to be doing a fearful Banner story. That might be, there may be something to that too.
I
Though
don't
also,
think they're going to go this route, but they also in the comics have had it where Hulk separates.
Oh,
from Banner.
true.
I don't think we're going
to do
Too
that.
complicated for the movies.
It could
Okay,
also be
all right,
Thanos
sure.
literally pulls the essence of the Hulk out of him using the Infinity Gems. Where
Yeah, or just magic
unsure
in
of their
general,
powers.
because we
Yeah,
also
sure.
know that he is really good with magic. That is one of the things about Thanos is that he has gone across the galaxy doing everything he can to augment his strength in every way possible, including magic. He's a good sorcerer.
He's just min-maxing all over the place.
That's it.
That's
it.
rude.
Munchkin.
We cut to there from there to Nat, who has blonde hair.
Who has, hold up, hang on. Nat, who has blonde hair, batons, and an outfit not dissimilar to Bobby Morse's outfit in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wonder where she's been hiding.
I wonder where she's been hiding. Probably her
I
girlfriend's
feel like they're going to
apartment.
glaze over that. We're going to have to headcanon it, but the headcanon's true, guys.
Like,
the
okay, no,
headcanon's true.
here's the thing. It's no longer headcanon. Like, this film confirmed my slash fiction.
I'm not sure that that's a confirmation, but
Baby.
no, it's also possible that Nat just took the hiatus, watched the entire box set of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., thought that was a really good look.
No, what happened was Nat went on
Oh
hiatus.
my god, how much would you love the reveal that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is a
It's
TV show in the
MCU.
That'd be pretty good. But no, Nat shows up with her girlfriend's batons, outfit, and also hair color. Like, come on.
and attitude.
And
I'm
attitude.
so into Nat in this trailer.
Yeah.
Then we cut from there to Mr. Peter Parker on his school bus, and
Yep.
apparently we have spider sense, but maybe not, because I think that this could just be some kind of static electricity from the device raising his hairs.
It is possible, but here's the thing. When the hairs raise and he looks up, he turns around and looks straight at the device.
That's true. That's
There's not a
true.
beat where
Yeah.
he's like, wait, what is going on?
He also like
knows.
slaps his hand down onto his own arm as though to
man.
like hide that
Yeah.
that is happening to him. So
I agree. I do really want the spider sense. My only question is, it seems weird to have not had it in the movie and to introduce it in
He's
another
developing
movie.
his powers. He's
Yeah, maybe
developed
he's
his
still
powers from
growing,
Homecoming
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
point where he is now capable of wearing the Iron Spider suit,
Yes.
which looks amazing.
it looks
It
so
does.
good.
It does look really good. We're not there quite yet.
Yes.
But yes, it looks amazing. Also, you can briefly see Genki just not
You can see
Genki,
Ned. Yes.
Oh my gosh, did they really do that?
No, well, you know what? They did that by lifting the
did that. They
character
did.
wholesale
They did
from
do that.
Ultimate Spider-Man and renaming him. Yes.
Ned is sitting behind him on that bus. And then we see that big ring device in the sky, maybe some kind of portal machine perhaps, or just a doomsday machine of some sort.
Something.
I don't know.
maybe-
Hang on. Is it going to end in a sky beam? It's going to end in a sky beam, right?
The
We're going to
fact
get a
that
sky
it
beam.
It seems to be aligned horizontally specifically,
maybe
so it
not a
doesn't.
sky beam.
Exactly my hope.
It's a sky halo.
Alternatively, perhaps Thanos just really loves Earth and wanted to put a ring on it.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
That's
you so
better than
much. We'll
anything
see
you're
you
going to
next
see in
week.
Infinity War.
Then we see that Tony has met up with Doctor Strange and Banner.
Which we called they're going to
Yep.
have a goatee
Yep.
off.
Yes. This is a beard down there.
And
Yes.
it looks like his arc reactor's back in his chest.
I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it also looks like that phone in his hand is the phone that Cap gave him at the end of Civil War. It's the little flip phone. It's in his hand.
I didn't catch
When he's
that.
standing
That's
in the
so
sanctuary, he's got
good.
a phone in his hand, and it's that little flip phone. And there's no other reason that he would have a flip phone.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
Vin,
Yeah.
what would we do without you? Not this show, that's for damn sure.
Then we see a bunch of bodies as what looks to be Loki stepping over. There's a cut there, so that could be misdirection.
Sure.
And those dead bodies are definitely Asgardians, because that's definitely the Asgardian garb. And if you look in the background, you can see somebody wearing the Sakaar-looking armor. Perhaps one of the gladiators escaped with Thor.
So let's spoil the end of Thor Ragnarok, I guess.
Yeah.
Asgard is now on a ship.
Asgard is now on a ship that runs into
Thanos' ship. Yes.
So that's
like
probably going to be
destruction
our
there.
point of
And it looks like we were
conflict there.
Yeah, and it looks like we were totally right. The reason why Thanos runs into the Asgardian ship is because Loki had the Tesseract. He
Loki
defo
grabbed
took
the
it.
Tesseract
Yes, he
from the
did.
vault on Asgard
Yes.
and called it.
And that's
There
the
it
Space
is.
Stone.
Yeah.
And we see that later in the trailer that he has the Space Stone in the gauntlet. So
My prediction is that is actually going to be the beginning of the movie. That we're
I think that could
going to
be,
pick
yeah.
up
Oh,
right
yeah.
from the end of
Absolutely.
Thor Ragnarok. That's our opening sequence.
Yes.
We're going to get a battle sequence of some sort in which the Hulk is cast down to Earth. Loki possibly sides with Thanos. We just don't
There's
know.
no way,
I don't
right?
think so. Here's why I
Is
don't
he
think so.
raising the Tesseract to use the Tesseract
No,
or
he's
to
using
offer
it
the
to-
Tesseract?
He's using it to offer it, but look at his face.
Yeah.
He looks defeated.
Yeah. Oh,
He looks
no,
like
he's
he
been
fought
through it.
and he
Yeah.
lost, and
Yeah.
he's like, I don't know what else to do. Here, take it. Maybe
Right.
maybe he's trying to
like
save the
sparing,
people.
or he's
Because
sparing
there's-
his life and sparing Thor's life.
That could be. But
yeah.
it could be that some of those people aren't dead, that they've just been attacked, and Thanos is like, I will kill them all if you don't give that to me. And he's like, I have to protect my people.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
don't
really
know.
hope
It's
that's
hard
the way
to
they
say
go for
right
it.
now. But
yeah.
he definitely looks defeated. This doesn't look like a willing handed over.
I really hope we keep the character development that we got for Loki in
Yes,
Thor
yes,
Ragnarok,
yes.
and that this time it sticks, because I just can't have him
Yes.
Loki this up again.
I know. I know.
Yeah. Then we see Peter Parker in his spider suit, the new Iron Spider, and it looks
It
very
looks
good.
amazing.
Can't
It
talk
looks so
about
good.
it. Can't
looks
get
great.
into it.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
too
Guys,
excited.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
oh my god,
Not
you
enough
guys.
time. And then we see Thor doing something very strenuous looking.
He's doing that thing that Cap did in Winter Soldier where he was keeping the helicopter on the top of the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah,
like Marvel
he's-
knew that it worked once, so do it again. It works with
Yeah.
one Chris, it works with all Chris's.
All
I'm
future
into
Chris's
it.
will do
Yes.
this. No, it looks fantastic. Yeah, like a circuit breaker kind of device.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think that's actually what we're going to get is Thor channeling the power of lightning to kind of form a
Yes.
circuit or something here.
There's been some speculation that this scene leads straight into the part that's not in this trailer, but was in the Comic-Con trailer
Yeah.
of Thor bouncing off the Guardians of the Galaxy ship because he's flung through space by
I
something.
wonder.
They're saying whatever he's doing
okay.
here, it looks like it's in space, and maybe this is what flings him through
Yeah,
space.
this is what this whole sequence is what gets the Hulk to Earth and gets Thor to the Guardians.
Okay,
I
yes.
think
No,
so.
I'm into
I
that.
think
This
so.
is still like the first 15 minutes
Yeah.
of the film, we
Yeah,
think.
definitely. Then we see a new character just briefly, just very, very briefly, throwing a spear at a shadowy figure that is Captain America. It's definitely Captain America.
It
He
looks
steps
like it
out
could
of
be
the shadow.
Cap.
It
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
somebody else
He-
that they cut and he steps out of the shadow. I don't know. It's
There
either
is
misdirection
something
or-
in the motion that makes me think it could be Black Panther. There's something in the fluidity, the athleticism of it.
Do we
that-
know who the new character is?
The new character, yes, is the one who throws the spear is Proxima Midnight, who is a member of the Black Order, Thanos' enforcers, more children of Thanos, who are still on his side, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely her. She looks just like her, has a spear.
Hey,
Yeah,
is
it's
Nebula going to be in this movie?
I think.
Or
I haven't
just
seen casting
Gamora?
information, actually. Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be interesting. I can't see why not, because her and Gamora seemed like they were really tied together to go.
Yeah,
after
they seem
Thanos
pretty
next.
cool.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
would think so. It was set up for her to be there.
Okay.
This is where we get Black Panther giving that his awesome speech, taking care of his people, and then looking over, get this man a shield.
Get this man a shield is like the greatest line in all of the MCU. Like,
Evacuate
absolutely.
the city, engage all defenses, and get this man a shield.
Like, I love
boy.
that. I mean, even from Civil War, we are setting T'Challa up to be like the most level-headed person
Yes.
in
Yeah.
any situation. It
He's
is
so
amazing.
cool.
He's so cool. Like, seriously,
He's exactly what he
literally
should be. I'm so glad
cool.
Marvel's giving him that
like,
respect.
absolutely
Yeah,
a leader. Absolutely, like, I mean, just no. He's so good, and just I'm so excited. You guys, it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, and then we get the coolest new character out of all the new characters introduced. We get Cap's beard.
Cap's beard. It's dark and full of secrets.
Which we knew was coming, but damn, it looks
this-
good.
Damn, it looks
This man a
good.
shield and a beard comb.
Get this.
Not a razor. Like, we're not
Do
doing
not give
that.
this man a
We
razor.
don't need the.
Do not CGI
yeah.
this beard off.
We don't need a Batfleck shaving sequence so we can sell some Gillette razors in this movie. Thank you.
Then we get the Wanda look that we already mentioned.
yeah.
It looks like it's probably somewhere
babe,
else. It looks like it's coming
babe,
from somewhere
babe,
else there, but
babe.
that look,
Wanda for life.
that is the Wanda look. That I needed.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited to see her.
We get the
again, you guys.
Hulkbuster armor running through what has to be Wakanda.
It's got to be Wakanda.
There are definitely
yes.
Wakandan skyscrapers in the background. Yeah, most of this like super saturated sequence looks like it's happening in Wakanda.
Yeah, it looks like that Wakanda's going to be pretty centralized.
It looks like
Yeah,
it's going to be
I'm really
Wakanda, New
excited,
York.
yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
yep, Marvel,
Yeah.
you're doing it. That's what it is.
Then we get Nat stabbing someone or something, possibly a member of the Black Order.
This is, I think, out of the entire trailer, the only shot that doesn't work for me, just because there's not enough there. I need like another, just a fraction of a second.
I'm
just to
sorry,
give it
it's
some
not enough
context.
for you to see blonde Scarlett Johansson
really
like
not.
just stabbing something.
No, I need more because everything else is so like narratively important. And this is just, I suppose, this and Sam flying over whatever he's flying over with his pistols firing.
That scene
I
doesn't really
love
work
that
for me
shot,
that
but
much.
it's
It's just like, okay, I get it. Then we have these 4-armed warriors. We see one of them here. These are called Outriders in the comics. They're an alien race of genetically engineered humanoid creatures with the purpose of serving their maker until they die. In the comics, Thanos has used Outriders with his Black Order to find new planets inhabited by weak species to destroy.
Rude.
Then we get the scene that breaks me every time. Thanos slamming Spider-Man down. You leave my sweet boy alone.
Yep.
Save my sweet boy, my sweet Peter. I can't. No, I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, it is proof that Spider-Man is going to be an integral player in this plot. That he's not actually going to be sidelined, because there was some suspicion that he was going to cameo in this movie in pretty much the way that, you know, Robert Downey Jr. cameoed in Spider-Man Homecoming, and that it was going to be off to the side, but that is clearly not the case. He's right there.
Yeah.
But
Peter.
Tom Holland is amazing. Even when he's CGI'd, he's amazing.
I'm panicking right now. Like, don't hurt the boy.
You're going to need to take like Xanax before we go see this movie.
So.
Yeah. Then we get the scene that I think everybody was calling Vision having his Mind Stone ripped out by what looks to be Corvus Glaive's weapon. He's another member of the Black Order. It looks like Loki's staff, but that's because Loki got his staff
exactly
from Thanos
right
as
from
well.
Sanctuary, which is a really nice beat. That's a really nice callback. I'm gonna leave a question mark over the scene. We don't see him get it ripped out.
True.
It's about to be ripped out, but you can't do that without killing Vision.
No,
and I don't
absolutely
think
not.
we're
I'm
gonna kill
pretty sure
Vision
that
in
his
this
girlfriend
movie.
shows up and stops that from happening.
I think so, yeah.
I'm certain that at some point in this film, Wanda goes full no more mutants and destroys like half of the Black Order.
If
Destroys
Vision
the
dies
Fox
in this
series,
film,
just
I will
every
riot.
Fox movie,
I will have a one-man riot
Yep.
if Vision dies. It looks like here that Thanos has the Power Stone from Xander when he lifts up his glove, and the Space Stone, which perhaps Loki is handing over in the trailer, as we've discussed. The Reality Stone was given to the Collector for safekeeping. Doctor Strange has the Time Stone, and the Soul Stone has not yet appeared, but most likely will before this.
It
Maybe
has
Black
to in
Panther.
this film, right?
We're putting the Soul Stone in Wakanda.
Yes.
That's
I
going to be
guess
why
so,
Wakanda
yeah.
is the final battlefield
That makes
for
a lot of
this
sense.
movie,
That
right?
was,
Okay.
that was my theory. I had
Yeah.
it a little bit further down. But
Sure,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's I
It
can't
has to
see
be.
another way of orchestrating that right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we have the scene that's a lot like the scene of Spider-Man being taken down, where Thanos just straight up punches Iron Man with his non-gloved hand, slamming him to the ground. The hardest punch I've ever seen.
It is the hardest punch, right? That like the kineticism of him hitting the ground is so
well
impactful.
done.
Wow, you guys, yeah. I wonder if that's going to be a direct lead into what happens to Tony afterward. He gets ejected from the
Yes,
suit and
I
is
think
weeping.
so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Could be.
I think there's something to that.
Are you all right, Sarah? Are you doing okay?
I really am going to have to
Well,
take
it's
a
okay.
Xanax before
Now
we
you can
see
relax
this
because we're
movie.
going to talk about Bucky for a bit.
We get a cool scene of Bucky cocking again, which is pretty exciting. I liked it. It really worked for me, actually.
It's fine.
watch.
It's actually it's a good looking sequence, right? Like the problem with Bucky has never been the look of the character
No,
or
he
the
looks
performance.
great.
Even I think it's really strong. I'm immediately thinking, what are you going to do with a gun? What good is a gun to you? Hey, Bucky, Sam, maybe go sit this one out.
Well,
The
to be
big boys
fair,
are playing
I don't think
now.
he's fighting Thanos. I think he's
That's
fighting
probably
the
fair.
Outriders.
Yes.
Well, what I mean, like maybe a single bullet is all it takes to get Thanos down. You know, maybe
then
he's got
no
like
one's
all
trying.
this
No one's
magic
thought to
protection.
shoot him.
Nobody thought. What if I just shot Thanos in the face?
This is the Indiana Jones solution to the problem. Thanos is just grandstanding at the end of the movie. Bucky puts him down with a bullet. That could be it,
Yep.
We get Black Panther clawing up, looking amazing.
Oh
Yes.
my God, that shot is so good.
It's really good. The Falcon raining down gunfire as the Wakanda army rushes to meet hordes of Outriders.
Yes, these are our putties for this particular movie.
Seriously,
because we
I mean,
need-
it's like the freaking wildebeest scene in The Lion King. It's insane.
And I totally agree with you, Alistair. I think that the whole reason this war is happening here is because Thanos is coming for that gem that we haven't yet seen.
Yes,
because it's
yes.
in Wakanda. And I think we might even get a hint of that in Black Panther.
Yeah, it is possible that the gem has not always been in Wakanda. That
Sure.
may be the fulcrum around which the Black Panther movie
maybe,
turns, because we
yeah.
know that there's stuff happening in the Black Panther movie that takes place outside of Wakanda.
Yes.
So they may put it there for safekeeping, in which case, good choice. Like, that's a smart move.
Yeah, like literally nobody on the planet even knew Wakanda was a thing
Yeah.
until 2 years ago.
We're still going to find out about Latveria. It's
Yes.
still going to show up someday.
Please.
That's the end of Infinity War. Doom stepping out of the shadows.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Don't
we
tease
can't-
me. You know I love Doom.
Apparently Disney is in talks again with Fox, so we'll see.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
Then we get this great scene of War Machine, Bucky, Nat, Hulk, Cap, Black Panther, Okoye, who we'll
Yeah.
learn a little bit more about in Black Panther.
Oh my
the
God, I'm so
film,
excited.
Who we've
and
already seen in the
Falcon
trailers. Ah.
rushing into battle.
This shot is so good. I'm a little confused about how slowly War Machine is flying in this shot, because he seems to be keeping pace with some people who are running, which is fine.
No, he's zooming it. He's about to zoom over them. But just, you remember that part in Ultron where everybody leapt over the log and we like slow-moed it? That's what
It's a
this
slow-mo
is.
right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
It's a good looking shot, though.
One thing you might not have noticed is Cap looks to be sporting Panther-like gauntlets in this scene.
Interesting.
Which I saw somebody in a
Interesting.
video say, this great joke, I'm not going to take credit for it, which is that when he said, get this man a shield, they were like, oh, we don't have shields. And he's like, get this man some cat-like gauntlets.
We don't have that much vibranium left. There just isn't that much.
No, they have like a
And we
shit
can't use
ton
the
of
adamantium.
vibranium.
Fox owns the rights to that. Are you mad?
There's like a whole other Black Panther suit. I saw it in the trailer. It's fine.
This is when we get our Avengers music. The title, it's, oh man,
That
this wells
theme
into my
score
heart.
is
Yes.
so
So
fucking
strong.
good.
I love it. Hairs on the back of the neck.
Yes.
I got my own spider sense moment. It was fantastic.
And we get an after credit scene in our trailer.
We sure do, which I was actually commending this trailer for kind of playing fair with people who may not have found the time to see Thor Ragnarok yet, not spoiling the one-eyed Thor reveal.
Yes.
Oh no, there it is at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, which
That's okay,
the
cool.
Comic-Con trailer had the same scene, but he had both eyes.
Marvel.
You bastard.
Marvel.
So yeah, One-Eyed Thor meets the Guardians of the Galaxy, and Mantis gives a really adorable wave.
Rocket looks weirdly CGI'd in this shot.
I
they
didn't
don't-
even
They
notice.
don't have time to finish.
Yeah,
these things
it's
before
not.
trailers.
It's clearly not finished. Also, we have like adolescent Groot here, which
Yes.
implies that some time has in fact
Yes.
passed since the end of
Yeah, I
Guardians
think it's
2.
supposed to be 2 years.
Yeah, so that works out pretty nicely. Groot.
Okay,
they grow up
so-
so fast.
What does everybody think? Who's gonna die? What's gonna happen? What are we thinking?
Here's my theory.
Okay.
We have, we literally have
minus
5
3 minutes at this
Yeah,
point, but
minus
okay.
3 minutes. Okay.
Tony is shown in the emotional state, defeated out of his armor in the same place that he and Spidey are taken down by Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps my theory is that Tony puts Peter in his armor and sends him off to safety, sacrificing himself to Thanos, getting killed to make sure that Peter escapes safely when they both lose the battle against Thanos.
Fuck you, Vin. What?
It's real emotional, but that's the way. That's what how I read all those scenes.
I need to
connected
look
each
at this
other.
scene again, but if Tony is cradling some kind of armored hand, could it be Peter's
I
armored
don't think
hand?
it's armored. It's just like a
Oh, it's
blackened,
like-
like it's been like a burnt skin.
Well,
type.
it's either
Okay.
burnt or it's the Iron
I think
Spider
it's his
suit.
own hand from his suit malfunctioning or something happening in the
Okay.
battle. Maybe.
Okay,
Maybe
I don't know.
he
I don't-
overcharged a
okay.
repulsor,
Oh,
etc.,
geez.
etc.
All right, next, next.
I'm calling it. I don't think that Tony is going to die in this movie. Tony is obviously like the character most in need of a dramatic death at this point.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if Pepper dies in this movie to motivate him, since we had that beat at the end of Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That's terrible and miserable, and I hate
It
you.
is very miserable. I don't like it at all. But we need something really significant to propel him back
Do
into
we
working
think
with Cap.
Cap is going to die in this movie?
No. I don't think Cap is going to die, period. I don't think that you kill Captain America. I don't think that you give him the sacrifice in the MCU right now. I think you give it to Tony because he's the one who
Hey,
needs
do you
it
guys
more.
think that Sharon's going to be in this movie?
No.
Aww.
I can't
Can't
imagine.
imagine either.
Yeah, I don't know that we can find space for that. But
I mean, at least just like a phone call, like, "Hey, babe, how's it going? Miss
yeah,
you."
we definitely don't have enough characters in this movie. So yeah, we should take a few minutes just to throw in a few extras.
But I think it does.
Deleted scene on the DVD though.
It does lead to some credibility to Tony dying. That Robert Downey Jr. has gone on record as saying he's looking for a graceful exit from the MCU.
Yeah.
The only reason that I don't think he's going to die in this film is because there's another Infinity War story coming up. Like,
Right.
this is Avengers Infinity War Part 1. The
Right.
other movie is going to have a different title, but they are going to close out the story.
Yes.
I don't expect us to get a finished story in this film.
I don't think that I can handle a death of any of these. I can't do
Not a
it.
single
I
one.
can't. No.
We'll see. I think some people will probably die. It's going to be heartbreaking. I don't think we're going to lose any of the people that we might expect to lose. I don't think we're going to lose Vision. I don't think we're going to lose Cap. Nat is a really interesting one.
No.
I'm sorry, Sarah. On that note, we really have to wrap up because we
Yes,
have a
we
live
do.
show to get to. Guys,
Oh my
thank you
God.
so much for joining us here for this extra mini-sode of Excelsior. We will be back in just a couple of days with our thoughts on, I guess, the entire first arc of Runaways.
Yes.
We've expanded our ambition a little bit.
issues.
There's a lot to talk about. It's a fantastic series. I hope that you will join us for that. Thank you so much for listening. If you like what we do, you can follow us on Twitter at ExcelsiorCast. You can follow Sarah at...
Elsa, grab the salt.
You can follow Vinton at...
Flush Eater.
You can follow me at... Paper Bullets. That's not how we usually do the end of the show, which is why it's all a little bit weird, but it's fine. Thank you so much for listening. You can pledge your support at patreon.com/Common Room Radio. Help us do this crazy thing that we do on the internet. We'll be back very soon to talk about comics some more. Sarah, take us out of the show.
Thank you guys so much. I'm Sarah K. Bazant.
I'm Alistair Stevens.
And I'm Vinton Bannon. Who the hell are you guys?
Excelsior!